The flu vaccine. Should you get it? Hey there guys, I'm Jesse Crow, the traveling scientist, and after spending a year working in a vaccine research laboratory, I'm here to discuss the 2020 flu vaccine with you, answering 4 key questions. What are the different types of flu vaccine this year? How effective will the 2020 flu vaccine be? Will the 2020 flu vaccine be safe? And what about coronavirus? Is that something we need to consider? By the end of this video, guys, you'll know whether you should be getting the influenza vaccine this year. I also have a cheat sheet that explains how vaccines work simply and answers all the frequently asked questions you might have about vaccines. That's totally free and it's just in the description down below. The main flu vaccine for 2020 is an inactivated quadrivalent influenza immunization. Try saying that 10 times over. It's really hard. I just did it. It sucks. Quadrivalent means it's going to protect you against 4 different strains of influenza, the 4 that are most likely to be spreading this coming winter season. If you don't like getting a needle in the arm, there's also the option for a nasal spray, which is actually a live attenuated virus, meaning they are giving you live virus. But it's attenuated, meaning it's really weak, so it can't actually make you sick, and it will protect you against the real virus if you encounter it. And if you're a little bit older and your immune system isn't what it used to be, you can get a high-dose vaccine or an adjuvanted vaccine. The high-dose vaccine contains 4 times as much antigen, which is the main ingredient that's going to cause that immune response, and the adjuvanted vaccine contains an extra ingredient called squalene, which is totally natural, and that's also just going to help boost a strong immune response. Which of these is better? I don't really know what the difference is. And if you're still not sure which influenza vaccine you should be getting, or if you have any questions about the 2020 flu vaccine, let us know in the comment section down below. I'll make sure to answer all of your questions. It's actually impossible to predict how effective the 2020 influenza vaccine is going to be. And I know that's not what you want to hear, but that's just how it goes. In general, influenza vaccination reduces your likelihood of getting infected with influenza by about 50%. And that's not perfect, but it's better than nothing. Furthermore, if you do get the influenza vaccine and you still get infected with influenza, you won't get as sick as somebody who didn't get immunized. Several years of studies have proven that the majority of people that get really sick with the flu and end up in hospital and end up dying are usually people that didn't get immunized, while people that did get the influenza vaccine are much better off because their body is already partially prepared to fight that infection. The 2020 flu vaccine could be great, or it could just be alright, but it will be better than nothing. Let me just clear something up quickly. I've studied vaccine development at university. I've created vaccines in a laboratory, and I have a pretty good idea of how they work, more than most people out there. And frankly, I don't care whether you get the vaccine or not. I don't give a damn. I'm just giving you the honest information and the facts so that you can make your own informed decision. Yes, the 2020 influenza vaccine is safe.
Hooray!
No, it won't give you autism, no, it won't poison you, and no, it won't give you influenza. The influenza vaccine contains microscopic amounts of something that looks like influenza, with the sole purpose of inducing an immune response to protect you from getting sick with that virus, and in turn, preventing you from spreading that virus to other people and making them sick, and possibly dead. The flu vaccine is safe. There's no reason to be scared of it. So I don't know if you guys have heard, there's actually this global pandemic going on right now, coronavirus.
That is brand new information!
Well, it's probably got a lot of people thinking, is influenza even going to be a problem this year? Do we need an influenza vaccine? So let me just clear all that up for you. So coronavirus causes similar symptoms to the influenza virus, but they're 2 different pathogens and they cause 2 different diseases. You can protect yourself from the influenza virus by getting the influenza vaccine, but this will have no protection against the coronavirus. There is no vaccine against coronavirus currently, which is why we've all been trapped in our houses for the past 6 months. I know, it sucks. I'm sorry. Now, I was thinking it's probably possible to get infected with influenza and coronavirus at the same time.
No.
And if that happens, you're probably gonna die. Like, imagine having 2 different upper respiratory tract infections at the same time. I feel like your lungs would just explode. So to protect your lungs from exploding, social distance to avoid coronavirus, and get the vaccine to avoid the influenza virus. In conclusion, there are several different options for the 2020 influenza vaccine, and they all work to reduce your risk of getting infected with the influenza virus over the coming months. They're not 100% effective, but they are safe. And if you choose not to get the influenza vaccine, you might have a really strong immune system that'll protect you from getting infected. Or maybe you won't even encounter the virus anyway. But just be aware that if you do choose to get the vaccine, it can only help to protect you and those around you. So why not get it? Anyway, that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video or learned something, click the like button down below and let me know what you think about the 2020 flu vaccine or any questions you might have in the comment section down below. Finally, next week's video is going even more depth into vaccines. So make sure you subscribe for more traveling science every single week. I'll see you guys next Science Sunday. Cheers. I feel like your lungs would just explode. So to protect yourself from your lungs from exploding, social distance to avoid